I know I said I was going to slow down on the uploads for a while here, but I did get a package yesterday from Iron Fortress Records. Uh, Grabbed a couple of his releases and then a couple of things off the distro that I want to talk about today. Some awesome tapes, awesome music that you guys should definitely check out. Two newer releases. Actually, all these are pretty much newer releases, with the exception of like one that came out last year, but he issued it on cassette. But I'll get started with what I snagged off the distro. So I went back and forth on if I wanted to get the 7 inches for these or the cassettes, and I don't really collect 7 inches, as I've stated on this channel 1,000 times. But with the exception of like a few grails or some of my favorite bands where they have 7 inches or whatever else. So anyway, I decided just to go with the cassettes for this particular haul, and I did pick up the new Morbific EP, Promethean Mutilation, that came out last year on Extremely Rotten Productions. And again, there is a 7 inch vinyl, like I just said. So Morbific is a death metal band out of Finland. They have two other full-length albums, Ominous Seep of Putridity and Squirm Beyond the Mortal Realm, that came out on MSUO, Head Split Records. I've shown both of those albums off on here. It's more of like, I always call it like a raw death metal like band. They have more of that like demo raw sound that I absolutely love, and those two albums are so good. And now they have a new EP out, which this is just fucking filthy and just heavy as hell. And yesterday they announced a brand new full length coming out in April. So we have a new album from this band I'm excited about. But yeah, they released this last year. When did this come out? It's been out for a little while. I finally snagged it. It came out back in October. So there's 3 tracks. It's only a 9 minute long EP. But it is very good and just filthy as hell. I mean, it's just so filthy and heavy. So Extremely Rotten, as you guys know, is Dave from Undergang and Frenolith, and that's his label out in Jesus Christ, where is it? Fucking Denmark, I believe. Yes, Denmark. So awesome label and distro. It can be rather pricey to get into the US. So whenever a US distro gets their stuff in stock, I try to snag it, especially if it's something that's considered to be like a hot release. It sells out quick, and this was one of those ones. So Headsplit also put out a copy of this, a US version of it. And I don't know why I didn't just grab that one. But again, I was making a big order on Iron Fortress, so I decided just to grab this because he had it in stock still. So if you're looking in the US, you can definitely also pick this up from Headsplit as well. Here is the J card. Got this like swamp thing monster on the front, and then here's the back. I like the layout of this. It looks awesome. So yeah, very like just crushing, swampy, filthy style of death metal. The production sounds better, I would say, from their past releases that I've heard on this. So I don't know if they're gonna move away from more of that like raw demo sound from their past first releases. I'm not too sure. I mean, it's not super crisp or clean or anything like that. There's still like a very like filthiness to it, but we'll see. I'm excited for the new release. Something to look forward to in April. Also, my case came fucking cracked, which post office just loves to stomp on that shit when they know it's like CDs and tapes, I swear. And then the next thing I picked up off of the distro on Iron Fortress is Sewer. Oh, Jesus Christ. Sewer Hall. God. This is not the name that's on the album. It's like Slovgh. This is a band from Denmark, so but they've changed their name now to Sewer Hall, so that's what they are. And this is their EP called Emetic Fluid Transaction, again on Extremely Rotten Productions. And I have never heard of this band before. When I saw this released by Extremely Rotten and on distros and stuff like that, I listened to it on Bandcamp and was like, oh, I really like that. I really want that. So this is pretty much Gore grind, death grind, has a lot of that gore grind sound. Just you cannot understand the words whatsoever. Just really just fast, brutal aggression, murky, just filthy sounding death grind for the most part. Really, really good. This definitely scratched the itch when it comes to that like gore grind sound that I tend to not always want to listen to, but if I'm in the mood, this is definitely something that I would pull off my shelf and listen to quite a bit. They have a single out, and this is their first like actual like release that they've put out. 2 members. I was not familiar with any of the other bands that they were in. But yeah, this is awesome. This is really good. I was pleasantly surprised with this. So, a nice yellow pro printed tape there with the black ink, and then the J card. Here we go. We got like this like swampy monster album cover, and then there you go. So if you're a gore grind fan and you like that like death grind sound with the fast aggression and the also that like putrid death metal style with that gore grind influence into it, you'll really really enjoy this. That's just the best I can explain it. And it's a quick listen. Again, it's an EP. It's only got 6 tracks, 7 minutes long. The longest track on here is 1 minute and 45 seconds. So again, there's that like grind aspect to it. It's a really quick listen. I listened to this several times in a row. Just kept flipping the tape because it's the same on both sides. So, all right. So Morbific and Sewer Hall, Extremely Rotten Productions. Again, 7 inches are available on these. Morbific is also on Headsplit Records. I don't know if this was pressed anywhere else. I immediately did not look. So, yeah. All right. Okay, and now the next 3 tapes that I got in this order are Iron Fortress record releases that just came out relatively, like within the last month or two. So the first one is a band that I'm not familiar with at all. I listened to the release on Iron Fortress's YouTube, which I highly recommend you subscribe to. He releases so much stuff every week. And just I go and I listen, and that's what I listen to when I'm working. And if I like it, then I order the tape. So this is Cadaverous Odor. This is their demo from 2024 called Cadaver Mutilation. And then they have one other demo out called Corpus Inhumation that came out also last year. And I think I'm not too sure if Iron Fortress put that out. I don't remember, but I saw this was available and I listened to it on YouTube, and I really, really like it. So this is brutal death metal with grindcore. So it's brutal death grind, basically. And just it's the pingy ass snare, and it's so good. I've listened to this a ton. I got this yesterday. I played it like 4 times in a row because again, it's not a long listen at all. It is a 9-minute long demo. It has 10 tracks. I mean, if you count the intro, outro. Oh, sorry. It has 5 tracks if you count the intro, outro, which are instrumentals, and they're only like 20 seconds long. The longest song is 3 minutes 52 seconds. But again, it is so good. I mean, demos aren't long, but I really enjoy this. Like, you really cannot understand a single thing that he's singing at all, because it's got that like just really putrid sound. But if you're looking to listen to something absolutely super filthy that just makes you feel like possibly you should probably go clean up and take a shower afterwards because you were just drugged through a murky ass swamp with grindcore added into it and brutal death metal elements, you'll really, really enjoy this. It looks like this is a one-man death metal project. Sasha is the main guy that does everything on here. I was not familiar with any of the other bands that he's a part of. So yeah, it's one of those. So a black tape with the white sticker, I think that looks clean as hell. I really like the way that looks. And then J card here. There you go. And then there he is. So yeah. And it looks like he's from California, so it's US. And yeah, this is just awesome new stuff added to the collection. So Iron Fortress is by far One of my favorite labels right now. I've been buying a ton from him and listening a ton. He's just been releasing so much new music and new things I've never heard of, and just, yeah. And he also releases things that are relatively popular, like he's reissued a couple of things and stuff like that too. So yeah, Cadaverous Odor, definitely check this out. Awesome cover there. Pretty much you know what you're getting with the cover like that. The next thing I picked up that Iron Fortress put out, I don't know how I slept on this. I don't know where I was, because this is one of my favorite underground death metal bands. But Leprophiliac came out with a new EP last year called Mil Gritos Tien Le Noche. I probably fucking butchered that. They're from Spain, so I don't speak Spanish. So, yeah, Leprophiliac I've talked about 100 times on here. I love their first two albums, Necrosis and Gain. I showed off Gain, I think, last year when I finally got it. But this came out in EP, and I don't know how I slept on it. I saw it sitting on the website, and I was like, wait a damn minute. Why don't I have this yet? It's 3 tracks, about 10 minutes long. So, I mean, that's, I guess, I don't know. People get picky about EPs and demos and whatever else, but whatever. This is phenomenal. I really like where they're going with the style of music that they've been writing lately. Just amazing guitar riffs, like almost heavy metal inspired guitar riffs on this, which I was surprised to hear, because their last, several outputs have just been so like just death metal, like underground demo style of death metal, just, heavy. Dude, my neighbor's got a really loud Mustang, and I don't know if you heard that, but that's him starting up the car. It's insane how loud it is. I don't mind it, but my neighbors, literally some of my older neighbors, fucking hate him for it, because he goes to the gym like at 5 a.m. and he cranks that car, and it is so loud. Literally, it's rattled our windows sometimes. I don't care, because whatever, I get it. He's got, I forgot what it is. It's some special like Shelby that he straight piped and did all these crazy things to it. But anyway, I just got distracted. It was so loud. I don't know if the camera picked that up, but we'll see. So yeah, I don't know where I was with this release, how I missed it. There was so much that came out last year, especially on Iron Fortress, but I finally picked this up. I really like it. I like where they're going with this. Like I said, there's like some heavy metal inspired riffage in here, like guitar soloing that I did not expect. And yeah, there was some guitar soloing and stuff like that. More of like a meat and potatoes death metal style that they've had in the past. And they it sounds like they might be incorporating a little bit more, different styling of death metal into their songs on this. So I really, really, really like this. So once again, it is a white tape with the black sticker. It looks awesome. I just love that. The black and white. It looks clean as hell. And then a simple J card here. And then there you go. So yeah, check out Leprophiliac, Spanish death metal band. They're from Spain. All of the releases have just been so good. I'm a huge fan of this band. I have most of their stuff. I think there's like 1 or 2 releases that I haven't gotten that have come out within the last couple of years. But yeah, awesome stuff. Leprophiliac. And then finally, the last thing in that package I got was a release that came out last year. I actually really, really enjoyed this release. I listened to it when it first came out. Never bought it. Then I forgot about it because there was just so much coming out at the time. It came out around May. So it was one of the relatively early releases, and that is Hemotoxin with When Time Becomes Lost. This is a death thrash band from the US, and this is their 4th full-length album. For immediately the first time I've ever heard this band. They also, I feel like, was it Pulverized that maybe put this out on CD? I think it was Pulverized to put it out on CD. And that's where I heard it. I saw NWN was distroing it. Yeah, it was Pulverized. I saw NWN was destroying it, and I was bought a couple times, especially when he was having the big massive sales and like fundraising for Helios Press. And I don't know why I never grabbed it, because this is really good death thrash. It's got a progressive side to it where it's got pretty progressive leaning guitar riffs. But it's not like it's not like Dream Unending. It's not like Tomb Mold, what they did. It's definitely not in that vein. Like it's longer soloing, whatever. It's got proggier elements to the guitar solos, but just awesome deathy thrashy vocals, super riffage, and just this is a really, really good album. I probably would have put this in a year-end list if I had listened to it more, if I had paid attention to it more and not forgotten about it, because this is very good. And I played this twice this morning. So an awesome like purple tape with a sticker of the album cover on it, which looks cool. I really like the way that looks. These little subtle details that Ben does with Iron Fortress is just, I notice them. I'm like a weird nitpicky person when it comes to certain details like that. It doesn't deter me from buying things, but it's just things that I pay attention to when I buy physical media. J-Card there. I forgot who the artist was. We'll see what it says. Pretty sure it's somebody that actually is not a huge fan of my channel, to be honest with you. Yeah, Mark Cooper. So the artwork is done by Mark Cooper, and I'm pretty sure Mark has commented on my videos kind of bitching about some stuff. But we'll let that slide. Great artwork. And this is an awesome band. I think actually, okay, so, all right, I'll talk about it. So I'm pretty sure Mark commented on my YouTube channel a while back, a couple months ago. It was a cassette video, and he talked about why he doesn't understand people are collecting cassettes, and he kind of ranted a little bit, and it was annoying, like, just, and I responded, I was like, because I fucking like to, or whatever else. And then I think it's just ironic that his artwork is on a cassette. I'm pretty sure that's because it was Mark Cooper art, like the YouTube channel. But anyway, we'll let it slide. I really like this album. I think this artwork is phenomenal. He is a great artist, so check him out. Good stuff. This is a really, really good album. I'm sad that I didn't pay much attention to it last year. And that's what happens. I feel like January, February, March, like the first couple months of the new year, I go back and listen to things that I know I missed or people suggested to me. And I always end up buying the stuff. And this is a classic example of that. So awesome stack here. Like I said, Iron Fortress has an awesome distro. He tries to get as much stuff in from Euro labels and like, overseas labels that can be expensive to get stuff in, like Dismal Fates one, that I'm thinking just off Extremely Rotten Productions, stuff like that. And just, he's got a huge distro. It's not just cassettes, it's CDs and vinyl, tons of stuff. So check out Iron Fortress if you're looking for anything. Like, I literally scour it at least once a week. He's always constantly releasing stuff. It's like several releases a week, or announcing things that are going up for pre-order. So then I go and I look. Gordon Brace is a pre-order that's coming, and then Putrid is another one that he's releasing on tape. So tons of stuff on Iron Fortress. So all links in the description for all these releases. Super, just really enjoying buying cassettes again, as you can see. Like, just on the back wall there. I actually filled that. That is 300, I think. And then I'm going to remove that little shelf right there with Oogie Boogie and put another rack, because I've already filled this and I have stacks of tapes sitting around everywhere. Like, as you can see behind me, stacks of tapes. There's 2 stacks right there. I've got a stack on that little shelf right there because they don't fit anywhere. And yeah, so I'm going to have to get more. I've been enjoying buying cassettes once again. It feels, I don't know. So yeah, you'll probably see a lot of cassette collection updates this year. Because I'm not too sure how much vinyl I'm going to be buying, because like I said, I'm trying to save money in my last video. But yeah, that's all I have. Check all these bands out. Links will be in the descriptions for everything that I showed off today. Check out Iron Fortress. Check out Extremely Rotten Productions. 2 amazing death metal labels. And yeah, that's all I have. I'll see you guys in the next one.